So talking a bit more about the 17.5% tax introduction on petroleum products, we have been joined online by Dr. Osei Akoto, former finance minister, who would help us through a bit with the 17.5. Hello, Doctor. Good morning, and thanks for your time on News Desk.
My name is Akoto Osei, not Osei Akoto.
Thank you so much, sir. Akoto.
You're welcome.
Right. Okay, so quickly, the 17.5% introduction on the petroleum products. Tell us a bit more. What would you make of that?
I think it is a vicious tax. You see, under the circumstances, the government is telling us that they need money, so the only way they can do that is increase petroleum tax. When, if you look at international development, the prices should be going down. So the question is, why is the government asking consumers to pay for its mismanagement of the economy? It's not our fault that the deficit is high, but we are being asked to pay for it, and that's the sad aspect of it. Because it is an easy way to tax consumers, government grows debt. And what is worse is that for the first time, even though they say they need it next year, they want to start taxing it now, and they hope to make 110 million. So the question is, must workers pay for government mismanagement of the economy? Then the answer is no. Increase in petroleum prices has ripple effects on the economy. But the people who are going to be hurt most are the poorest of our society. So this is a government that believes in I care for you. Instead of reducing it, if you won't reduce it, leave it there, but then you go ahead and increase it. That's very vicious. That's very vicious. The only reason is that they want money. So you want money, consumers must pay, even though you have created the problem.
Dr. Akoto Osei, has it taken effect?
No, as soon as the president assents to it, and we understand if he was expected to do it last night or this morning, then it takes effect. Because they want to collect up to about 6 weeks of this year, which they say we owe them about 110 million. So 110 million, when we have spent 51 million giving free money to Wyoming and the Jida people, that is the type of inefficiency that's causing them to tax consumers. It is not good.
Dr. Akoto Osei, people are already experiencing it at the pump already. For instance, this morning, there was a fight at one of the filling stations where the attendant had actually worked it out, the 17.5%. And
now, it will be illegal until the president has put an assent. I don't know if he has done it. We left here yesterday, and he could have signed it at midnight. But until there's an assent, it cannot be law. So I have to check that.
Yes, so as a member of the Finance Committee in Parliament, what education is going out to ensure that we citizens are also not bullied into paying at a time it's not been approved yet?
Well, that is not Parliament. That is the NPA. We can educate people, but the National Petroleum Authority is a regulator, and that is part of their job.
Okay, so what's the next move now that you seem to it's kind of, if the president is definitely he's going to, you know, I'm pretty sure he's going to assent to that. So does it mean we just have no choice but we'll go with it?
Unfortunately, once it has become an act of Parliament, then we don't have a choice. But now it will be the law. The best we can do is protest, continue protest against it, but it is law.
But we are informed that last night, while the debate was ongoing, and the minority walked out of the discussion. Couldn't you have stayed in to, you know, protest in a way of voting? And you know,
then you don't understand what we did. We gave our views as to why we were opposed to it. They were determined with their numbers, and they were more than us. So it wouldn't have mattered. So if they want to do that for Ghanaians, we don't want to be part of it.
All right, Doctor. Thank you so much for talking to us, sharing your view with us here on News Desk about the 17.5% tax introduction on all petroleum products. Let me quickly go through. So for the products, for petrol, with the introduction of the 17.5%, petrol goes up by 3.0%, kerosene is 2.8%, and we have diesel, which also goes up 3.0%. MGO local is going up 3.2%. For premix RFO, it's not been affected at all. And amazingly, LPG kind of gets reduced by 9.8%. Has been reduced. So LPG got cheaper, whilst petrol, kerosene, diesel, and MGO local all rose to a reasonable amount of percentage with the introduction. We'll be getting through to some other authorities concerning the 17.5% to get a bit more educated, as if the president hasn't really assented to that, and already some fuel stations are already working it out for their customers. We need to put a check on that, otherwise we'll be paying. Where is that one going to? Somebody needs to check that. So we'll be talking to authorities in all that one. But